Nothing can stop her. She's all the way up. That's actor Camila Mendes. We could say that about her. She's known for her performances in movies and TV shows. You've seen her, Riverdale, Do Revenge, and Dangerous Lies. Now, Mendes is starring in the romantic comedy. It's called Upgraded. She plays Anna, an ambitious intern. We like that. In the art world, trying to impress her very demanding and not so nice boss. In this clip, Anna gets upgraded to first class on a work trip to London when she meets, of course, a handsome stranger, and then she tells a little bitty white lie.
I work for an auction house here in the city, and our London branch has called in the director of the New York office to save the day.
The director?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I guess.
Forgive me for this. You seem a bit young to be the director. What? Do you get that a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I do. Well, it's probably because I'm like the youngest director in company history.
Yep, sister girl, double down. Joins us now. Congratulations, executive producer and movie star of the movie.
Thank you so much.
So you read the script and you thought, I gotta play her. Why? Because this little white lie really does spiral out of control.
Yes. I mean, I was an intern once for a talent agency, so in some ways I can relate. But also, I wanted to play her because I just find her to be so ambitious and passionate about her work, and I feel the same way about acting, so.
What? Talk about that. You feel the same way about acting. What do you mean? Passionate and?
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, I've known that I've loved acting ever since I was like 5 years old, so I never had to go through that phase of like, what do I want to do?
Yes.
It was very clear to me that I wanted to be an actor, so I've always been very headstrong about that goal.
There's a great line in the movie where it says, chance moments can change the course of your life, which is what happened to Anna in that movie.
Yeah.
Do you relate to that too? Because this seemed to be a lot of chance moments after chance moments and how she handles the success that she's going to get on this job.
Yeah, I definitely relate to that. I think chance moments happen all the time that change the course of my life, and this movie is a big example of that.
Let's talk about rom-coms. I'm a big rom-com fan. I love.
We all are.
I love
rom-coms.
It's an art form, and not everyone pulls it off. You have. Upgraded is fantastic.
Thank you.
And as a fan of the genre, were you going into it a fan of the genre? Was a rom-com a thing you wanted?
100%.
Yeah.
And I think there's like, you know, people always love to talk about rom-coms from the 90s, and people are very nostalgic towards that. So anytime I do a rom-com, I'm really trying to hone in on what was so magical about rom-coms in the past. And I think a huge part of it is having chemistry, having good, witty banter between the characters, and trying to keep it as, you know, nuanced as possible. I think rom-coms have sort of gotten very cookie cutter these days.
Yes.
And it's nice to try to find how you can be a little different and break away from that mold.
Well, you did that because I didn't find it cliche. It took a lot of different twists and turns to see how it was going to turn out for Anna, and chance meeting with the guy in the first class lounge. Flying first class, it was also nice for her to be able to do that, considering the circumstances that got her there.
Exactly.
So you talk about rom-coms and the ones that you like. What are your top three? And as an executive producer, how did you go about talking to the cast, the crew, about avoiding some of those cliches and mistakes people have made?
Let's see, my favorite rom-coms, I mean, the answer changes every day.
Like it does probably for everybody.
I love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, I knew that.
I mean, I feel like it's a cliche answer.
I mean, I rewatched it this summer. It's fantastic.
I know, I rewatch it all the time, and Kate Hudson is just such a great lead in that movie, and Matthew McConaughey, like the two of them are so funny,
such good
and
chemistry.
Every scene is so memorable too. But yeah, I think that's, you know, going back to what I was saying before, like I don't think people chemistry read actors enough anymore. I feel like it's very, you know,
you get the job on Zoom, right?
Yeah, you get the job on Zoom, or it's just like a straight offer to that guy, a straight offer to that girl, and, you know, they'll meet the day before they film. And I've done that, and it works. And I did that with Upgraded. I hadn't met him in person until we shot the movie. So, I mean, it's definitely different now, but I do think that was why so many rom-coms back then were so magical.
A lot of people know you from Riverdale. Those days are over for you now. What will you take away from that experience? I love the TikToks that you all do with your former castmates. But now you've moved on and clearly still flourishing. What will you take from that part of your career?
So much. It was like an acting boot camp, you know, because we were. I mean,
Fun, yeah.
shows like that don't really exist and may not ever exist in that way. You know, teen shows, teen network shows that just kind of go for years and years. That's so, I don't know, I don't think that happens much anymore. So I feel very grateful that I had that experience of being able to show up every day and do what I love and
deliver,
learn and grow and develop my skill set. It taught me so many technical things that I realize when I go on other projects, I'm like, oh, I learned that because of Riverdale.
Yes, and now we can say you've learned to be an executive producer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very well. I'm loving the red with the chocolate brown.
Thank you so much.
Producer and movie star. Congratulations.
Thank
Continued
you.
success, Camila Mendes.
Thank you so
Cheering
much.
on, always. Upgraded premieres on Prime Video this Friday. That would be February 9th. Super Bowl weekend. You have something to do before you start watching the Super Bowl.
Exactly, because it's a great movie.